Hello, Ms. Schaefer. This is my model. We shall start off with the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is voluntary for expressive language, movement, and for managing higher-level executive functions. Of course, these executive functions refer to the cognitive skills, including the capacity to plan, organize, initiate, and self-monitor. The temporal lobe is involved in auditory perception, such as hearing. The auditory cortex receives sensory information from the ears, and secondary areas process the information into speech and units. Parietal lobes. Parietal lobes can be divided into two functional regions that include sensation and perception, and the others concerned with integrating sensory input, primarily with the visual system. The occipital lobe. The occipital lobe is voluntary for vision and for processing visual information. The sensory cortex is where the sensory information is processed, and the secondary area neurons are some of the first to receive nociceptive input. The cerebral cortex is involved in the planning, control, and execution of voluntary movements. The cerebellum plans, adjusts, and executes movements of the body, the limbs, and the eyes. The central sulcus separates the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe and separates the motor cortex from the sensory cortex. The brainstem regulates our heart rate, our breathing, sleeping, and eating. It also plays a role in conduction. All information relayed from the body to the cerebrum and cerebellum and vice versa must traverse the brainstem. The motor cortex decides which set of muscles to contract to achieve the required movement, then issues the corresponding orders to the rowers, or the primary cortex. This one is the lateral occipital sulcus, and this one is the middle frontal gyrus.